The only thing worse than a zombie apocalypse? Superpowered zombies. And just in time for Halloween. Our story begins with a zombie getting sniped in the head. Then another and another. Soon, an entire field is riddled with corpses of the undead. The sniper? None other than Kitty Pryde, one of the few survivors of the apocalypse, thanks to her mutant ability to phase through matter. After all, it's hard to bite someone you can't touch. As Kitty scopes out the area for any remaining zombies, a voice comes from behind her. Mom? It's her son, Peter. Peter's dad was the famed X-Man Colossus. Colossus didn't survive the zombie onslaught. I think there's something in the walls. Peter was supposed to be checking the monitors, making sure no zombies broke through. Nothing got through, Mom. I would have seen it. Well, this is an old house. I'm sure all you heard was settling. Kitty puts her ear to the wall to make sure, but she hears it too. Her face goes pale as she hears scratching coming from the inside of the walls, fearing the worst. Zombies have broken through. Without hesitation, Kitty empties her magazine into the wall, tearing it to shreds. That's the key in a zombie apocalypse. Shoot first, ask questions later. Come out where I can see you, you dirty little... Wait. Kitty peers through the gaping hole in the wall. There's something in there, but it's not a zombie. Well, hello there. Kitty reaches in and pulls out the intruder, a little black cat. How long have you been stuck in there? The cat is starving. Kitty can feel its bones through its skin. Peter reaches out for their new furry friend. We better feed him and keep him safe. Right, Mom? Kitty agrees. They keep the little guy, naming him Blackie. There aren't many things to care about during a zombie apocalypse, so having a cat to take care of might be good for Peter. But for the most part, all they do is sit, wait, and survive. A few days later, that's exactly what Kitty and Peter are doing, waiting. As Kitty tends to their in-home garden, Peter burns time by looking at a calendar. It's October 27th, 5 months, 10 days to Dad's birthday. Good, that sounds right to me. You're doing great with numbers and reading, Peter. Hallowe'en. What's that, Mom? It's in the square for the 31st. Kitty explains that it's a holiday, a day that people gather together, celebrating. Like Dad's birthday? Like that, but for everyone. Kitty explains how people used to dress up in scary costumes, walking door to door to ask strangers for candy, you know, long before the plague. As she teaches Peter about this holiday, a zombie approaches their home. You did it, Mom? Dad too? As the zombies edge closer, it discovers just how prepared Kitty really is. The entire field is lined with mines. When I was your age, sure. Outside, the zombie explodes in a massive bloody blast, but Kitty continues. They're used to it. I don't think they practiced it where your father came from, but when he got here... Oh, hello. Kitty finds Blackie burrowing himself into a potted plant. Peter, you're going to have to be careful with Blackie. Kittens like to squeeze into anywhere they'll fit. You have to make sure he doesn't disappear on you, or you'll be hunting for him everywhere. Peter looks up to his mother, sheepishly asking if they can celebrate Halloween this year. Kitty says no, it's just the two of them right now. Things like holidays are distractions. Are you saying if Dad was still here, we'd do it? Not necessarily, but Dad isn't with us because I got distracted. I can't let that happen again. We've got to keep our focus on staying alive. Kitty starts to get agitated, but Peter keeps pushing. But now we have Blackie. Now there are 3 of us again. The number of us isn't really the point, but it'd be fun to be somebody else for a day. You're telling me that we don't have that luxury. If we don't get to have any fun, what are we staying alive for? That made Kitty pause. Peter was right. What's the point of surviving if they refuse to live their lives? So 4 days later, Kitty dresses Peter up in a costume they found in the basement. Wolverine. This was for a hero? You couldn't find Spider-Man? Not everyone would agree, but he was always my hero. Small and fierce, just like you. Kitty drops a box to the floor. She's got streamers, decorations, carved a pumpkin, and they have a real black cat, but Peter's face is still sour. What? Out with it. I can tell by your face something's wrong. It's just, you said there'd be candy. Even in a zombie apocalypse, a mother would do anything for her kid. Kitty tells Peter to stay put. She's going to scavenge the Sams in town for some candy. Blackie, let's go play until... Peter's eyes triple in size. Where is Blackie? Peter darts to a window. No! Out in the field, surrounded by the remains of zombies, sits little Blackie. Peter carefully opens the door, calling for his new friend. Blackie, come here, boy. Peter chases after his cat, but Blackie stays a step ahead. Peter chases him all the way into town, a literal ghost town with no signs of life. Blackie, here, here, here. Peter passes abandoned cars, ramshackle houses, but then he sees something that doesn't belong. A sleek, modern house, free and clear of zombie debris. Most shocking of all, there's a light on. Someone's home. Peter marches up and knocks at the door.
What is it? What do you want? And why are you dressed so foolishly?
It's Halloween.
What? No, it isn't, you witless child.
Peter's calendar was a day off. Today's the 30th of October. It's the day before Halloween.
Which is a completely ridiculous idea for a holiday if you ask me. I much prefer what they call it in Detroit, Devil's Night.
The creepy man begins to shut the door. Peter should come back tomorrow if he insists on trick-or-treating. But I'm not. I'm looking for a cat.
If you had any brains at all, you'd be more worried about yourself. Don't you know what happens on these streets at night?
And just like that, the man slams the door on Peter, leaving the child alone on a dark street on Halloween's Eve. Peter turns away, head hung low. But wait, how long has this guy been here? Peter's got some more questions, but when he turns, the house is gone? But As Peter tries to figure out what in the world just happened, his eyes catch something in the distance. Blackie! Peter runs toward the creature, but this is not Blackie. It's a zombified squirrel intent on devouring this poor kid. It nips at his costume, but Peter fights it off. Just then, a flash of light comes and swoops him up.
Screaming meat! My fave!
It's Carolina Dean, the former runaway. In most universes, she's a child of criminal aliens endowed with their powers. But here, just another zombie looking for a fresh meal.
Hey, chillax, Carolina. Save some for the rest of this gang. What is your damage, Dorkhawk?
Darkhawk shoots Carolina in the back, letting Peter tumble from the skies. Peter falls into a basketball court, surrounded by zombified Alex Power, Metal, and Squirrel Girl.
Alex! Metal! Look! Manna from heaven!
Alex Power traps the falling Peter in a force field, probably saving his life, but also damning him into becoming their next meal.
Well, 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 what do we have here? Wolverine?
Come on, guys, let me go.
Let you go? Why would we do that? You're the first warm sack of organs we've seen in ages.
All I want to find my cat. Have you seen him? His name is Blackie. The zombies laugh hysterically at the kid.
Oh, is he serious? He wants a pussycat.
Shut up. You guys are bad and stupid, and that's why you're dead.
Well, that put us in our place, huh, guys? Each of you, grab a limb.
No! But before they can break Peter's wishbone, Alex is suddenly split in two. Here, baby, come to mama. In the commotion, Peter jams his toy claws into Darkhawk's eyes. Kitty rushes down and sweeps Peter up. I'm sorry, mama. I know I shouldn't have gone out. You were right. I should have watched Blackie closer. I'm sorry he's gone. And later, Peter holds his breath as Kitty runs right towards a school's wall. They phase through to the other side, but it's not the fortress of safety they thought it would be.
Ah, damn it!
The two are cornered by 1,000 zombie squirrels. The superpowered zombies emerge from around a corner.
Nice job, Squirrel Girl. You're not as useless as you look, and sound, and act.
As Peter clenches his mother's neck, Kitty fires her rifle into the zombies, but it's fruitless. Kitty offers herself if they'll let him go, but zombies aren't known for their negotiation skills. As the zombies grow closer and closer, the clock beside her continues to click. Closer to midnight. Closer to the Devil's Night. Midnight strikes. From the shadows, laughter emerges.
Hey, come out here! Who the hell are you? Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name.
Coming out from the shadows walks an old man, the same man Peter had just met a few minutes before. Immediately, the zombies burst into flames.
I have seen many threats to the human animal come and go in my years, and though you remain among the most efficient, you are also the least imaginative. Ah, burning on the inside. I can feel it. I can feel my heart boiling.
As the zombies burn, the old man lifts his disguise. It's Mephisto. Mephisto turns away from his handiwork, facing Kitty. Stay away from him, Mephisto. I know you only spared us to claim him.
There are so few souls left in this world. I can hardly be blamed for preserving those whom I still might corrupt, particularly this night, my own feast day for countless millennia of All Hallows Eve. I'll never let you have him. So all mothers say.
Mephisto always gets what he wants, this time or the next.
Remember this day, Peter Rasputin Pryde, and when I next come to you and offer you an offer to our mutual benefit, you will have sympathy for what I did for you and your mother this night.
Mephisto lifts his cloak and disappears in a flash. Kitty and Peter are safe, but at what cost? Peter knows that his future looks bleak. Back at home, he cries to his mother. Why does it matter in the end if I'll just go with him? Nothing's predetermined, okay? Nothing. Especially not him. You've got choices. Did Dad end up with him? Dad? Are you kidding? He walked right past Old Man Scratch like he wasn't even there. Up until the very end, he believed things would get better, that there was an end to this plague, and humanity would make its way back. Do you believe that? I believe this is Halloween, where the dead are with us in spirit, not just in rotting flesh like they are every other day. That means your father's here. After calming down her son after a long night, Kitty points to a jack-o'-lantern. While Peter was gone, she found him a gift. Why don't you go take a look? She couldn't find candy, but she got him an even better Halloween gift. Inside that jack-o'-lantern is little Blackie, curled up in a ball and sound asleep.